Despite of Dawson's ranking, she, in my opinion, is the most improved dancer out of all of them because she started off really how do I say it, small. Like, she underdanced a lot. She cut off a lot of her moves. Some of it seemed a bit awkward. The energy would drop at times near the end, and she was a bit stiff and with her isolations. As you can see in this clip, sometimes when she did a certain type of roll or move with her hip, it was really stiff and unflattering, or sometimes like her arms move a little robotic like. But I really do believe that she improved, and this was more so of her weaknesses from debut and midway, and it probably could be because of the certain dance styles that they were doing that she probably just couldn't keep up. Later on in Dawson's career, I feel like her isolations got better to where her movements became more subtle and it became more easier for it to all blend and be more cohesive with each other. And I also feel that the type of dances that they were doing were a little bit more sensual and not as much as so powerful, to where Dawson didn't have to, I guess, force her movements so much. And I feel like also she became older, so she probably got used to her body and learning how to move her body a bit more because she did start at a very early age. And I feel like her facial expressions got better, her technique got better, and overall that's why I feel like she's the most improved, because when she started out it was just a lot of awkwardness, into now where it's just like she easily flows through movement. And that's why I feel like it mostly improved for her was just her movement, her ability to flow from move to move. And that's why I usually like this fan cam of her, because it shows how subtle that she can do, and it shows more effortlessness to it. Overall, I think Dawson is about an average to slightly above average K-pop dancer. She does good in the field that she's in. I just feel that she's stronger and more sensual, slower dances and music types than faster, because she probably has to extend and exude her body just a little bit to where she's probably not comfortable in. And it's a lot of dancers that are more softer dancers and a lot of harder dancers, and I just feel like she goes into the softer category, which is not a problem at all, because as you can see, she still excelled in it, and her position is visual, so she has no problem with that. So Soyu's in the third position because, to me, one of her weaknesses is she's very inconsistent. And with that, I mean as to, if it's a harder dance, in my opinion, she over dances a little bit. And then when it's a more slower, not as more technical, difficult dance, then she under dances. So it was very inconsistent. And I feel like also her facial expressions could come off as she's a bit bored or she's not feeling it. And even as a dancer or performer, even like you're still supposed to show like the brightest side, or whatever type of style you're going for, you're just supposed to show that. And to me, she really just doesn't show that. It's just always a little bit over, a little bit under. It's never really consistent for me. Even sometimes when she's in the center, it just kind of falls flat or just exudes too much when it doesn't call for that at all. And I really do love Soyou, but this is just my personal unbiased opinion with that. Strength-wise, you guys are probably wondering why she's in the third place and not Dawson. But despite the inconsistency of Soyou, I do feel like she moves her body a bit more well than Dawson. Like, say it's like in isolations and like the placement of her body, they just look like they flow better and they move better. I do understand a lot of the times that Soyou does not have the most energy, and Dawson does have a little bit more energy than her. But despite that, you can't ignore the ability of her being able to move her body just a bit more fluid than Dawson. But that's not bashing any of them. They both are great dancers. It's just Soyou's movement and placements of her body is just a bit more smooth than Dawson. But if it was roles reversed, then Dawson would most definitely be in third place. But I love them both equally. Overall, in my opinion, Soyou is an average to a slightly above average K-pop idol dancer, just as Dawson. I feel like honestly they're low-key on the same level. It's just their strengths and weaknesses are different things, but they both have equal amount of strengths and weaknesses. And she's good movement with her body. It's just I really wish she would be more consistent with it, and I wish she'd be more, I guess, versatile as well. Okay, so this was kind of hard to spot any weaknesses from Bora because honestly, she is an above average dancer, K-pop dancer, and she could actually pass for an actual dancer as well if she just wants to dance. I would say the only thing that I could even notice that could possibly be something that was a weakness is sometimes that her facial expressions could be kind of very demure, and she could have a little bit more oomph to her movements, but that is not to say that she still dances powerful. So honestly, I can't really think of too much weaknesses from her actually, and that's actually a good thing honestly, and it's been since debut. Strength wise, Bora has a lot, but I'm gonna try to shorten it and make it really nice and simple. So she does have great facials, great body placement, great isolation, energy, everything honestly is up to par, honestly, and it's above level. And she's very versatile. Like I know that SISTAR, they started out as kind of cutesy, and then they went to poppy, and then they went to more like sexy, mature type of styles. But if you guys look at her stages and her special stages and like just dancing when she be on variety shows, and she was also on that one dance K-pop show, she did different type of styles, and it just shows how versatile she is as a performer and as a dancer as well. And it just all blends very well together, and I feel like she has her position for a reason. I don't know, remember she's a lead or a main dancer, but either way she honestly deserves her position in that spot when she was in SISTAR. So overall, Bora is, in my opinion, an amazing dancer, K-pop dancer, performer. She is flexible, her facials, her movements, her isolations, everything about her versatility is just amazing, honestly. Like you could give her something that's very hardcore and she'll excel in it. You can give her something that's not even as difficult, and she can bring out her musicality to make a performance, and her charisma to make it just that extra oomph to it. Honestly, Bora and any other group and her group, and obviously any group still to this day, I can see her being a lead and main dancer, honestly. Like it's just nothing less. Like obviously there's dancers better than her, but at the same time she's still at a very high end level, and I just feel like people should respect that, and I feel like people do respect that. And disclaimer, she is not my bias, so I don't want anybody to think that I'm being biased right now. It's just what me as a dancer sees within her. So if I did this video when they first came out, Bora would have been first and Hyolyn would have been second, because looking at Hyolyn back then, she had the energy and she had the facials and she had the charisma and star power. But just speaking on dance wise, technically she wasn't fully developed as I believe Bora was. And also it just looked a bit sloppier and a little bit messier. Like she tried and she did her best, but in the beginning Bora most definitely surpassed her. But as time went on, she got progressively better and ended up surpassing Bora. But back in the day, she was not as good as she was, though. Strength-wise, this woman has a lot of strengths. She has the isolations down pat. She has movements down pat, rhythm down pat, facials down pat, the charisma, the star power, the star quality. Honestly, that's one of the reasons why I did put her above Bora, is because I feel like Bora does have that it factor, but I feel like Hyolyn's it factor is so natural that it just exudes out of her if she just walked a certain type of way. Like, honestly, it's all there. Like, she's flexible, she's very talented dance wise. Like, honestly, if she wasn't a singer, she could have been like a backup dancer or actual commercial dancer, honestly. And I feel like she's very versatile, but she just chooses to do one style. And I just love the way like her body moves. It just flows so nice and so effortlessly, like she doesn't even try. And as you can see, it's a huge difference from when she first started out to now. Like, it just makes me so proud to look at her because I've been a fan since the Hyolyn has that star quality that a lot of people in the entertainment business does not have. Like, she doesn't only just have star quality, she also has talent with it, charisma, dance ability, everything to go with it. And as a dancer, you can be an amazing dancer but still have horrible energy, or just have like not have that factor to you. Like, as a dancer, you not only need talent, but you also need charisma, because it could be hundreds of people and you will not get shown just because you talent. You the person that has the most charisma and might not be as talented as you might get it. And that's what Hyolyn has. She has talent and charisma. And dance wise, she can honestly just be a regular dancer and she could make it and not even have to be a singer. Like, she is a well above average dancer and performer. And overall, that's why she's number one in my opinion, because I feel like she is the perfect ace of a group. Like, she can do different styles of dancing and she can just do it so effortlessly where you don't even think she's trying. Okay, this is the end of the video, and I want to get a full whole synopsis on the group All Is One. And I would like to say, firstly, that SISTAR is and will always be one of my favorite groups of all time, and I love all of them. And I would like to say, as a group, dancing wise, you guys have to understand that they've been dancing since debut in heels. And if you guys have never in your life danced in heels before, dancing in heels is one of the most hardest things to dance in, because you have to worry about balance. And that's what I did forget to say about all of them, is strength wise, they all have amazing balance, because they could have easily tripped or fell or anything on stage, which obviously has happened sometimes, but it wasn't their fault. But anyways, they have amazing balance. They have great chemistry together. They all seem to love dancing and performing with each other, and they just all bring this huge one synergy with each other and make it all as one. I'm really happy that they're still friends after they disbanded, which is very sad. But all in all, they're a great group and they're a great performance as well. I hope you guys really enjoyed my video. If you guys want to see me do more videos like this, I will be most likely happy to do them for you. And also, it's mainly going to be probably second gen, just because I've been seeing a lot of people do third gen and I didn't really look up second gen, so I thought I need to put my own spin to it. And I'm a second gen stan by heart, so I was like, second gen will be the best for me. So if you guys do want me to do any more second gen or even third gen groups, just comment down below and I'll see which ones to do. And I will say I'm more of a girl group stan, so it'll probably be easier for me to do girl groups. So if you comment those down, those will be produced faster. Also, if you guys want to check me out, just check out my channel. Click that bell notification down below if you want to see when I upload, because I don't have an upload schedule. And honestly, it was really fun making this video, because I've never did anything like this, and this is the most I've ever did voiceover. So I know I had a lot of mistakes. I know sometimes I might slip up or twist my words around. Please forgive me for that. This is my first time doing something like this, but it was really fun, and I hope you guys really like it and really enjoy it. That's pretty much all I have to say. So you guys just finish watching SISTAR being the amazing SISTAR that they are. Okay, bye.